My name is David Bluvband, and I'm a comedian and a filmmaker, and my experience with mental health is I've been diagnosed with depression since I was 14. I wish that somebody had told me to get in control earlier, that my problems weren't going to just fix themselves, that I actually had to work on it. I think I had this sort of expectation of life of oh, I guess this is just how life is. You hate waking up every single day, and it's really hard to get out of bed, and you just deal with it. I went through some really rough times when I was a kid, and I just wanted, I was harming myself, and I was not good. I was really in a bad place. And nobody around me really was telling me that you have to, just oh, you're depressed, really, until I saw a doctor when I was a teenager, and he's like, oh, you suffer from depression and you have manic episodes, so you should and I went through a bunch of medication that I hated a lot, and then I stopped doing it, and then I got worse, and then when I was about 18, I looked on the internet for my own therapist, because I'd basically just looked on the recommendation of my parents before, and I didn't like any of them. And so I sought out help by myself, sort of in secret, and then once I talked to this person, my therapist at the time, she was very helpful in helping me sort of analyze everything, and was like, no, just when you feel this way, you should take a step back and remember that it's just in your head. This is just a chemical imbalance. It's not the real world. Day to day, I think I don't think very highly of myself, and I go through the motions of just God damn it, just being super lonely all the time, and very isolated, and just shut everybody else out in the world. But I don't think I could have. I think the hardest thing is to keep telling myself that I'm a pretty good guy. It sounds a little cheesy, but I think just being honest with people is the best way to connect to someone, and just reach out and be like, hey, I know what no bullshit. I know what you're going through. I want to help, and if you actually be there for someone, and if you present yourself like you want to be there, and that you're just a good listener, I think that's the best way to connect to somebody. One thing is I'm very hesitant to accept help from other people a lot of the times, and I think that's a big thing, especially when you're suffering from depression or mental anything else. Is don't think that you need to take care of this on your own. You're not carrying a boulder up a mountain. You just you can ask people for help. It sucks. It's an everyday struggle, but it's also kind of cool because it helped me become who I am. You are okay.